Hi everyone, this is Today in History. Today is Tuesday, March the 19th, the 79th day of 2024. There are 287 days left in the year. On this day in 1452, Frederick III became the last Holy Roman Emperor to be crowned by Pope Nicholas V. On this day in 1560, in the conspiracy of Amboise, French Huguenot aristocrats failed to overthrow the Roman Catholic House of Guise. On this day in 1687, while on an expedition to find the mouth of the Mississippi River, French explorer Rene-Robert Cavelier, sieur de La Salle, was murdered by his men in what is now Texas. La Salle had previously claimed a large region around the river for Louis XVI of France, naming it Louisiana. On this day in 1860, William Jennings Bryan, a Democrat and populist leader and a magnetic orator who ran unsuccessfully 3 times for the U.S. presidency in 1896, 1900, and 1908, was born. On this day in 1911, the first International Women's Day was observed. On this day in 1918, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson signed the Standard Time Act, which established daylight savings time in the United States. The legislation also gave the federal government oversight of the country's time zones. On this day in 1920, Jozef Pilsudski was named Marshal of Poland. On this day in 1931, Nevada legalized gambling, which paved the way for casinos in the state, most notably in Las Vegas. On this day in 1954, American journalist Jill Abramson, who was the first woman to serve as executive editor from 2011 to 2014 of the New York Times, was born. On this day in 1957, Elvis Presley was completing his second Hollywood movie, Loving You, and his first movie soundtrack album. He had 2 studio albums and 48 singles already under his belt, and 2 years of nearly non-stop live performances behind him. The hardworking son of Gladys and Vernon Presley was already his family's primary breadwinner in the spring of 1957, and already looking at that tender age of 22 to purchase them a new home for the second time. He found that home on the outskirts of Memphis, a southern colonial mansion on a 13.8-acre wooded estate with a $1,000 cash deposit against a sale price of $102,500. Elvis Presley agreed to purchase the home called Graceland. On this day in 1962, American musician Bob Dylan released his eponymous debut album to mixed reviews. On this day in 1982, Argentine forces mobilized after a dispute between Argentina workers and British scientists on British-controlled South Georgia Island, leading to Argentina's invasion of the Falklands 2 weeks later. On this day in 1996, one of the worst fires in history of the Philippines swept through a Manila discotheque, killing 159 of the 400 people in the nightclub, which was intended to hold no more than 35. On this day in 1997, Dutch-American artist Willem de Kooning, a major exponent of abstract expressionism and action painting, whose series Women the First through Women the Sixth caused a stir with its violent images and impulsive technique, died at the age of 92. On this day in 2003, U.S. President George W. Bush ordered airstrikes on Baghdad, thus launching the Iraq War to oust dictator Saddam Hussein, who is believed wrongly to be manufacturing weapons of mass destruction. On this day in 2008, English writer Arthur C. Clarke, who is best known for his visionary science fiction novels and for his work on Stanley Kubrick's hugely successful motion picture 2001: A Space Odyssey, released in 1968, died at the age of 90. On this day in 2014, American church leader Fred Phelps, who founded in 1955 the Westboro Baptist Church, which became known for its strident opposition to homosexuality and the gay rights movement, as expressed on picket signs carried by church members at funerals and other events, died at the age of 84. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Today is Tuesday, March the 19th, the 79th day of 2024. There are 287 days left in the year.